it's Julia and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm coming to you guys with a book review, and today I'm going to be reviewing Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake. This is a young adult horror novel that is basically about this ghost hunter named Cass who travels all over the place with his mom, and he goes and hunts ghosts, and his mom kind of makes like not potions but like sort of potions like to keep the ghosts out of her house. She like has barriers set up and stuff, and she's really cool. But Cass, his father died hunting ghosts, and his father handed him down this blade, so he's taken that with him and he's carrying on his legacy as a ghost hunter. When he has his next job, which is basically going to Thunder Bay, his next job is going to hunt down Anna Dressed in Blood, who is basically a ghost who was brutally murdered and haunts his house. So yeah, I ended up buddy reading this book with Leanne from a Scrap Tape Scribbler, so I'll have her links down below. We both really ended up enjoying the book, actually. I was pleasantly surprised about how I thought this book was gonna be and how it actually ended up being. It ended up being like a little creepier than I expected. It ended up having like really graphic kind of scenes. Like if you can't take blood, don't read it. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but like if you can't take a little bit of gore, might want to pass. But this book is, it took place in Canada, which I never see from books, like never. So it was beautiful seeing that, and I was actually be able to like, oh, I know where that is. And not that I don't know where like other countries are, but like, you know, it's familiar to me. So it was really nice, and I didn't know she was a Canadian author till now, so yeah, she is apparently. So our characters, we have Cass, who's the ghost hunter, we have Anna, we have some friends along the way. Thomas and Caramel are the two main ones. Basically Cass, he is a ghost hunter, which I really liked him. I mean, sometimes he's a little bit brutal, like sometimes he can be a little interesting, but for the most part he didn't bother me, he didn't upset me. I actually thought he was really like nice dude, other than the fact that he kills ghosts, but like overall he was like a good dude, you know? Anna, here's the thing, I can't get too much into her because spoilers, but I can't say too much better, but by the end I liked her, we'll just say that. And this is a duology, so there is going to be a second book. Well, there is a second book, so you can pick that up too if you've read this one and you enjoyed it. There's a book 2, so I'm super excited about that because I do want to get around to the sequel. Caramel is this girl that goes to Cass's school, so even though he moves all the time, he still attends school per his mother's request. And he meets this girl named Caramel who's like the popular girl in school, and he's just like, oh, okay. So he befriends her, and he basically is only like making friends with these people so he can get information out of them about Anna Dressed in Blood. And then they go to the house and stuff happens, and Thomas is one of his other friends as well. It's one of Cass's friends from before, and it was just so nice, and like the four of them were like a gang at one point, and it was like the best thing ever. Look, I found it really nice. A little like nice aspect to it was that it's kind of hard to see, but the font, like the writing is written in like a dark deep red, so it's like really pretty. But it was like, I did enjoy the writing style. I enjoyed the way the story was told. Some places for me it lacked a bit of depth, but for overall it was like a solid book, and it's perfect for this time of year. So if you're looking for something like ASAP for Halloween time, this is perfect. And I really loved hearing the unveiling of Anna's story and hearing more about Cass and all of these things, and there's some other mystical elements going on as well, so I love that. The atmosphere I really liked, again, took place in Canada, so I was like, yes, please, I never see this. And if it wasn't clear, I'm Canadian. But it was really nice having that familiarity for me, and also I really enjoyed the kind of, I of course enjoyed the spooky, mysterious atmosphere. I didn't expect it to be as creepy as it was. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, so I was really pleasantly surprised, to say the least. Definitely if you're in the mood for a horror, young adult book, some blood, some gore, that kind of jazz, definitely pick this up. If you're scared of gore, probably don't read this one, but it's a really solid book and I really enjoyed it. And I also enjoyed the romance, which I'm not going to say too much about because again, spoilers, but it was beautiful. I loved it. It was kind of cheesy. I thought the romance would be really, really cheesy, but it was actually good. So I loved it. I loved it. And on the inside flap, it says, just your average boy meets girl, girl kills people story. I'm like, same. So overall, I gave this book about a 3.75 to a 4 to 5 stars. I would definitely recommend this book, especially for this time of year, or just like the fall time in general, you know, or the winter time. It'd also be perfect in the winter. But yes, I'll share a couple quotes with you guys that I really enjoyed from the book. They might have been normal or relatively normal when they were still breathing, but once they die, they're their typical obsessives. They become fixated on what happened to them and trap themselves in the worst moment. Nothing else exists in their world except the edge of that knife, the feel of those hands around their throat. They have a habit of showing you these things, usually by demonstration. If you know their story, it isn't hard to predict what they'll do. My review on Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake. I hope you guys really enjoyed this review. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'd love to hear if you have read this or if you're thinking about picking it up and all of that sort of stuff. And yeah, I'll see y'all very soon. I hope you guys are enjoying the daily uploads. If you have requests, please leave them down below because I am trying to upload every day. So yeah, but I'll see y'all very soon with a new video. Bye.